Alright, just to show you guys, I had to flush it out. Now it's working a whole lot better. Just had to flush it out with some Tri-Flow and then put free hub oil in it. I'll put free hub oil in it once I get it on the bike. So it's easier to do that. Okay. And I'm going to put some grease all around this. There. Make sure there you go, making sure it's in the right direction. There you go. And I'm going to screw it back in. Want this tight, so I'm going to use the vise. I'll put this in the vise and just tighten it. Move this over so you guys can see me tightening it. Got the butt right in the vise. Put it down on there. And just put it on there. This is reverse threaded, so from the top it's not. Okay, nice and snug. See, it's nice and free. Got it on there. Now I'll take some free hub oil by Demontec, and I will just feed that in there. So I'll just put it on there like that. So it holds it up for me. We just got to get it from on the sides. So let's see if I can get you guys closer. I'm actually using a bike repair stand to hold my phone, a mobile bike repair stand. Let's get you guys up higher. I'll just let it seep in there slowly. Don't try to rush it, because otherwise you get grease where you don't want it, or oil where you don't want it. So this stuff is a little more viscous. And don't be afraid. Put it in there. I'm being generous. It won't hurt. And you can hear it. It's quieter. How I clean this is I basically took a butane torch, heated it up, then put Tri-Flow in it as it was expanded, because I couldn't take it apart. But just flushing it out, getting all the grease and dirt and grime out of it and flushing it worked very good. Okay, I think that's plenty. Okay. Take this. All right, let's move the stand again. Back to the bench. Okay, so back to the bench. Alright, I'm just going to wipe out the excess that did drip on there. Just make sure everything is clean. Make sure everything's clean. Okay, so the bearings just pop off there. I'm just going to put the bearing and axle all in there, just like that. And I have a bearing press. I'm going to press this one side in, not pressing the other side in. So, if you don't have this tool, you can do it. You can do it with something like a socket, but get something that supports this side. Okay, nice and solid. Okay. So I'm going to put my bearing press. I dropped it. That happens sometimes. That's nothing to worry about. Doesn't hurt anything. Not to the crucial part. So I can't do that now. Okay. So I put this in there. Okay. And I have, find it. I have a bearing press that matches my bearing number. So if you look, when you're pressing a bearing into something and it's not being pressed on the axle, not to ruin your bearings, you want to support the outside of the bearing. Because if you push on this part, the inside, when it's being pushed on the, pressed into the outside parts, you can put strain on the bearing and ruin it. So you want to support the outside perfectly. Okay? You want to support that bearing perfectly. And see, that bearing press is just small enough not to press itself into there. It's perfect. This is made by Enduro Bearing, this press kit. It's not very organized, but it has all the little pieces and parts in there. They make ones that are more organized by wheel manufacturer, Enduro Bearing. They all have their own bearing presses. Can't tell if I'm on camera. There we go. Get yourself nice and centered. And just press the bearing in. Okay. And now do the opposite to the other side. But you gotta put, this time you gotta put the axle in. So it's a little different on with the axle. Okay. Put the axle in there first. Okay. So you're gonna put the axle in there. So like I said, longer side. This is one side's longer than the other. Okay. And just to show you, look at the calipers. If you can't see it. So okay, 2. This side, okay. One side is almost 31 and the other side is almost, oops, got it. Almost 25. So we're going to put the bearing in, the axle in first, put it through there. Push it all the way in. Get your other bearing. Get your bearing put on there. Okay, right to the housing. Get your same matching number, which fits perfectly around the axle. Okay, and there's a little bit of space in there. And this is the part that you can't use the press. You just got to use the bed blow. It's giving it support, and just tap it. Okay. Once you have it in there, you got to put your seal on the other side. Okay. Because you can see all the oil's leaking out of it, which is good. Means it's going to be, we'll clean all that up afterwards. I'm going to take something that'll fit in there, and press the seal all the way down. Too big. We will find one that fits. There we go. And just tap my seal down. Just tap the seal down. Let's get the seal right in there. Seal's nice and in there now. Okay. Hub is sounding good. Okay, bearings spin freely. Everything's pretty much in there. Okay, let's put the thing back together, and this basically finished. Okay, and you put it back together. This wheel was not in operation, and this was just a practice wheel to learn how to do this. So, and since I got a little gap there, I knew I need to go more with the bearing. All together. Feels good, quiet, smooth, ready to go. That's nothing to it, guys.